and I need to introduce you to a completely new operating system that's going to change everything. Introducing VibeOS, okay? It's the world's first completely hallucinated operating system. You'll see it's got a beautiful user interface that allows our user to be highly productive. Switch to a full screen view, a few of the applications that are built in here. So we'll get some of the classics going. So we'll have Notepad, we'll have Calculator, we'll have Internet Explorer. And the thing that's unique here, the thing that you will never have seen before, is that in these applications, there is no code at all. Everything in all these applications is being hallucinated in real time by the AI. So there's no buttons, there's no event handlers, there's no logic to say what to do, but the application works. So if I do 5 divided by 3 and then equals, if I can find that, it's up there this time, it's 1.6. Okay, so it works, right? But I didn't write any code, and neither did AI. There's no AI written code either. It's just producing UI exclusively with nothing behind it. And we've got Internet Explorer here. Unlike the boring operating systems that you use today, this solves one of the big problems that people have, right? People are always wondering when they're on their internet, is it AI or not? But in VibeOS, you don't have that problem. There's no question to be answered because the answer is always yes. Everything is AI. And we'll do a Google search there. And I don't need to remind you this, but all of the content you're seeing is completely hallucinated, right? So it's just coming directly out of the model, and the UI is being updated in real time as we go. And here's a beautiful picture of Scott Hanselman. I'm not sure about that one. All right, but it goes further, right? We're not limited to these built-in applications. We can search for any app that we want, and everyone always does like to do app demos. So anything that I search for, I'm going to find, and it will just be created for me on the fly, all right? So let's see what else we could find in here. Let's go for one of the classics, Encarta 98. Everyone loves that one, but it's all about Mark Russinovich. All right? And so we can get a fully customized version of Encarta 98 on whatever subject we're interested in. All right? So lots of facts and figures about Mark here. Let's see. Selected facts. Russinovich has a talent for turning internals into folklore. Great. I assume that's true. I don't know. All right? And other applications that you would want, but normally it's too difficult to make, so like Commander.exe, but it's always rude to you, all right? So that's the sort of application that I think is a genius idea, but it's difficult to get someone to implement something like that. So let's see what we've got on this machine here. And obviously this is always different every time. Okay, there's something suspicious. Let's see if we can run bash in here. What's it got to say to us? Bash, you have somehow offended. Okay, fine. All right. So you get the idea, right? This is a pretty revolutionary way to do computing because we don't need to write any code for any of our applications anymore. Are there any software you would like to try out within VibeOS? Anything you can think of?
Microsoft Money 95.
Money 95.
Yeah. Civilization peaked at Microsoft Money 95.
Money 95.
Oh, but Scott Hanselman has a lot of money.
Oh, but for Scott Hanselman.
Yeah, you can say Scoot as well. That's totally fine.
All right, so let's see what Scott had in 1995. Okay, let's see.
Okay, and this is
Scott's checking account.
What model is in the back end of this?
Oh, dear Scott. It's been a tough month for you, I guess.
Where are the tacos?
There we go.
That is amazing.
All right.
Okay.
So,
all right, I want to see paint with a drawing of Scott on it.
Paint with a drawing of Scott.
I'm an owl, though.
Let's do paint.
Before your haircut.
But with pre-installed pencil.
And you've got, this is Copilot SDK that's doing this chewing?
This is using Copilot SDK, believe it or not, behind the scenes. I can show you a little bit about how it works if you want. So it says it's got a very normal picture of Scott Hanselman for some reason. I don't know what it means by very normal. Okay, there's a normal picture of Scott Hanselman.
That's your cage.
That's my cage? That's the cage you keep me in. Okay, this is insane. Wow. Okay. Could it? This is VibeOS. Can it have nested OSs? How many OSs deep can we go? Can you simulate like an Altair
Yeah, sure.
8080? That's like a terminal emulator. So I need a
Yeah,
terminal
I mean, we
emulator
could simulate a whole
that's
different
going and
operating
it's like
system.
shushing into a Altair.
Totally. So we can get iOS simulator in there. We can. What else could we have? We could have.
This may be the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Me
oh,
too.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. All right. So what have we got? Oh, it's difficult to see on this screen size, but yes, we got a fully functional version.
Right. And I
of
love that
iOS
it
in
uses
there.
the appropriate Windows CE buttons that you are likely to see in an iPhone. Yeah. It's very legitimate. So, okay. So did he write this from scratch, or did he's vibing vibes? How far?
My mind is blown by this.
I know. I told you it'd be fun.